Frontier Truck Tour, the Mudslinger Classic here at Eldora. The only dirt race on the schedule for any of our pavement races. It comes right here at the most famous dirt track in the world. Welcome to Frontier.
We're not going green.
And man, is that not a beautiful sight to see. But ladies and gentlemen, we wait till right now for your go time music. We're gonna let her play out. This is gonna be the greatest start in Frontier Truck Tour history. It's 2x2, playing in the mud. The green flag is out. We're gonna get these trucks wound up. It'll take a few laps to be balls on the wall, but baby, this is Frontier Truck Tour. This is One Grid TV. Ladies and gentlemen, 85 laps, Mudslinger Classic, Eldora Motor Speedway. This is the greatest show on dirt. And right now, Douglas Henry has your lead. Took it away from Jason Wooldridge. That top line was pretty, and now Wooldridge has to run back down Douglas Henry. Here's how they look at the flag stand. Douglas Henry, Jason Wooldridge, Brett Murphy, Pete Tart, Anthony Ely, Blakely East, Mendonca Herbertson, and Matthew Legatt. Pete Tart outside of Anthony Ely. Anthony tries the inside once again. It's a slider. Gets up to the fence. Keeps it on the cushion off the wall. Pete Tart. Anthony Ely contact. Pete trying to have the position. Anthony chases it up the track. Up to the fluff. Here comes the 36 of Jacob Blakely and the 24 of Hunter East. Trying to get around Anthony Ely. Ely back up the inside. Mendonca East contact. And Hunter East will get spun around, and the yellow flag will come out. Douglas Henry will launch. We're back underway. Issues for Wooldridge. Gets a little sideways. Here comes Brett Murphy back up the inside of the 74. Trying to go for third. Can't quite get it. Pete Tart's right there. Issues in the back. Oh, it's a pileup. Huge wreck in the back of the field. Started with Hunter East and Jacob Blakely. They're both spun around. We saw some other trucks involved. Let's take a look at the replay. What just happened? We had our drone following around mid-pack. Let's see what it caught. So restart zone. Hunter East on the top line. It looks like Herbertson and Blakely might make contact here. Yeah, Herbertson. Blakely just not enough room. Hunter East gets clipped. Looks like Matt got some damage. Here comes Gary Smoke, gets some damage. So the field doing their best to get around a wreck. Green flag is up. We're back underway.
Green flag.
Jason Wooldridge. Oh, Brett Murphy contact with Pete Tart. Matthew Legatt contact with Anthony Ely. Slider and a Jason Wooldridge. Looking for the lead at turns 3 and 4. He'll have it. Get Doug crossover inside, side by side at the flag stand. Here we go. Exit at turn 2 cam. Douglas Henry slider. Wooldridge back up underneath for the crossover. Making contact back there for the 4th position. Wooldridge inside again. Douglas Henry in the slick. Tries to pull back down underneath the 74. Wooldridge will hang on. Pete Tart, Ryan Hatch. Contact. Anthony Ely right there in the mix. Herbertson plows into the fence. This is the battle for the 5th spot. Hatch in the inside row, trying to make a move on Pete Tart. Herbertson on the tailgate. Anthony Ely right there as well. Ryan Hatch, he will clear the pack. Ryan Hatch 5th. Here comes Pete Tart back up the inside. Battle for 5th is not over. Meanwhile, Brett Murphy has to hang on because here comes Ricky Mendonca. at the flag stand. Wooldridge gets a second lead on Douglas Henry as Douglas starting to save. Brett Murphy, Ricky Mendonca, Eric Gant in contact with the wall. Here comes the rest of the field. Brett Murphy up on the wall, gets it peeled off. And he will re-clear Ricky Mendonca. Ricky keeping it underneath the slick, trying to make some ground. Brett Murphy puts it in the slick, hammer down. I mean, Brett says, oh, I don't know how I got here, but man, he is driving like a pro right now. Really good defense out of the 64. And just I say that, Brett Murphy into the wall, crossover Ricky Mendonca. Here comes Ryan Hatch to enter the battle. And they're still side by side. Struggling to find where Brett Murphy is on the board. He blinked out at one point. Now he's back. Let's see exactly what happens. Inside of Anthony Ely, the truck gets two sideways. Loops it around right in front of the 6th and 7th position. Trying to get it back going straight. Jason Wooldridge, will he make Doug restart in the slick? There might be just a little room, but Doug will have his rear tires in the rubber, allowing Jason Wooldridge to get a really good start, but Wooldridge pushes it up the track to can Douglas Henry get underneath? Yes, he will. Almost side by side. Wooldridge still a really good run. Here we are, front stretch camera. Is Doug right there? Is there enough? They're side by side. And now they're slick on the bottom line. Wooldridge will get back to the lead. Ryan Hatch putting together a really good run right now. Brett Murphy and Eric Gant. Big damage on the 64 from a really good day to a really bad one. The 64, Brett Murphy, highs and lows, and well, we're now in the lows. Let's see what happens. I think this is that's the old replay. Let's look at the new one. Oh, just about the same thing. Actually, right rear into the fence, spins that truck around. Oh, I don't think Eric Gant is ready at all. Ooh. Big contact between the pair. Green flag back out. Can Douglas Henry battle back? Look at these trucks fanning out a squadron of fighter jets. Wooldridge has the lead. Ryan Hatch up the inside on Mendonca and might even be on Douglas Henry, even with the 66 and quarter exit. Pete Tart, Ricky Mendonca, big contact. Here comes Mason Thompson back into the fight. Ryan Hatch parks it on the nose of the 66. Doug gets back underneath. Contact. Now they're leaning on each other. Side by side with Mason Thompson. Anthony Ely now in the picture. Yellow flag is out. Trying to find who it may be. Getting incident report out of Hunter East. Jordan Marion just flipped it around. Let's take a look at the replay. Hunter East just like straight lines the exit, grabs Thomas Melnick. Gary finishes him off. Yeah, it just looks like, I don't really know why he did that. I mean, obviously not intentional, but he just isn't turning the wheel still. He needs to keep turning the wheel to get the exit rotation. In the command, we're back underway. And he will get around Douglas Henry nice and clean. And Ryan Hatch, big slider to the 66. Almost gets himself dumped. Doug spun around. And I know Douglas Henry's not happy with that one. Hatch gave it all he had into that corner at the expense of the 66. Let's take a look at that replay. You're going to see Ryan Hatch all the way down to the bottom as that truck gets into the slick. He's still in the throttle, and he just gets into the 66. Mason in the back of Doug. Anthony Ely, I think he might also lose some positions here on this deal. Not sure when the caution came out. Ely is still getting destroyed. And you hate to see it because, you know, Ryan Hatch is just trying to get in there, trying to go for the position, and it comes at the expense of Douglas Henry. 3 overtimes if we need them. Wooldridge in the restart zone. We're back underway. Wooldridge up to the fence. Here comes Ryan Hatch back up the inside. Here comes Mason Thompson. Herbertson all the way up to the cushion. Mason Thompson running the bottom. Hatch gets into the wall. Wooldridge looks like he's still the leader, but here comes Thompson up the inside. Into turn 1. Can Mason Thompson put up a good enough fight to get that leader, at least get a car in? And right now, Ricky Mendonça, Pete Hart, fighting all the way throughout the back straightaway. Oh, and there's a wreck. It's still in Herbertson. It's a pileup. Oh, Ronnie Lane. Jordan Marion as well. Ronnie Lane, heavy contact. You can see there's Ricky Mendonça and Pete Hart having some fun there on the bottom. So Dylan Herbertson, ooh, Matthew Legatt, battle for the points lead. Tepper's flare. Ricky gets into Matt after watching Herbertson get dumped. Ronnie Lane trying to avoid. Not enough room. That's big damage there against the tire. There's Jordan Marion trying to avoid. Gets into Doug, then into Herbertson. Wooldridge will launch, and we're back underway here at Eldora. Ryan Hatch on the inside. Mason Thompson gets a really good run through turns 1 and 2. Gets all the way to the tailgate of Wooldridge. What can he do with the run? Looks underneath. Wooldridge trying to get down there and take away the space. Mason Thompson to the lead. Can Wooldridge cross over? At the flag stand, they're even. Wooldridge, big slider. Mason Thompson comes off the fence for the crossover. Ryan Hatch holding on to third over Matthew Legatt. Mason Thompson mounting a charge on the bottom. Did he save enough tire? Can he get around Wooldridge? He clears him. Wooldridge is right there and not giving up. Backs it up into the slick. Doesn't get to the cushion. That might help Mason Thompson. Advantage Thompson at the line. Mason now up the inside, making her work. I'm loving how it's looking. But here comes Wooldridge. Big run to the top. Can he clear the 52? Yellow flag is out. I see Eric Gann back there. I think Dylan Herbertson might have been involved. Let's take a look at the replay. Does Herbertson get him here? Yes, Herbertson just sitting it in harder than Eric Gann. Dumps the 151. Can Wooldridge hang on? It'll be 5 laps to go when we take the green flag. Unless I overlay updates, we'll just have to keep an eye on it. It might be a 2-lap shootout. Mason Thompson through the middle. Can he thread the needle side by side with Wooldridge? Around the bottom line, Mason Thompson. Caution laps do count at this race at Frontier, so it's white flag. 1 more lap to go for Mason Thompson. Wooldridge, slider. Can he complete it? No, he puts it in the fence. Here comes Mason Thompson. Back up the inside through turns 3 and 4. Final time. Checkered flag. Mason Thompson will hang on.
Almost 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Yes.
1, 2, 3. No, I'm.
Let's go, basehead. Yeah, basehead.
That should be hard charger.
Mason Thompson got it done. You can hear the emotions freaking the heck out. He's going to burn it down right there on the straightaway, doing some donuts for us in a dirt race as the rest of the field comes by. Mason Thompson, first career win in the Frontier Truck Tour. And somebody better tell that old boy 1 more lap around the track. You could park her on the stage here at Eldora. But he wants to put it right here on the front straightaway. You got to go to
Wait,
the.
no, wait.
Get back around.
I'll fix it.
Get Mason Thompson. He's gonna hustle around. That we've been talking about it, Mason. As you go around and park on the stage for me, you are a rookie in the Frontier Truck Tour. When you were brought over, people like Matthew Legatt talked very highly of you, and now you finally get that win. It's on the dirt. And now, Mason, you got to roll through tech here. Watch out. I'll help you. Now,
Oh, yeah,
once you work in here. All right, now hard right. Okay, now come through here. Now you got to park it on the scale. You got to park it on the scale.
Green light, please, green light. Please, green light.
Worried about weight, all that shit that he was having to go through. There's no green light! No, I'm joking. You're good. The green light's up. Mason Thompson, officially your winner, and now he will park it on the legendary Eldora victory stage. This is where the original crew would send it down to me, but now in the virtual world, I get to do both. On the stage, your Mudslinger Classic winner, Mason Thompson.
Yeah, let's go.
Mason,
Let's go.
how hard did you have to fight for this one? And did you think your first win in Frontier would be right here on the dirt?
No, absolutely not. I thought it'd suck. I thought it'd be terrible. But that bottom was, I knew in practice it looked good. In the heat, it was kind of okay. And then I faded in the beginning of the race. I was like, oh man, it's going to be too slow. And then, I don't know, I guess I just saved enough that I could just rip. I mean, the restarts on the outside on the outside on the restarts was insane. Like, you could just make up so much. And that, I don't know what restart it was, but I went from like 6th to 3rd. And yeah, just got in a position where I could capitalize on the tires I had, and yeah, put her in victory lane, put her on the stage.
Put her on the stage or put her in the fence is my motto. I tell all of my drivers, and you, sir, have put her on the stage. A brilliant drive, Mason. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Finishing second tonight is teammate Ricky Mendonça. Man, I mean, what a night it was for you, Ricky. I felt like you were battling adversity all night long. You were in the fence. You were getting trampled. Maybe you did a trampling here or there, but you battled back for second. You were as deep in the field as 7th at one point. What's it take to battle back here at Eldora?
Clearing people. Yeah, you really got to send it in there and try and clear somebody and hope that they get flustered and can't dive underneath you. But I was thoroughly surprised to see people crossing over instead of just kind of running into the back of people. It was good to see. So, yeah, really happy with second. Congrats to Thompson. He drove the shit out of it, and he deserves all the credit in the world.
Hell yeah, Ricky. You are a dirt winner. I didn't expect it, but you showed up to Power Racing Dirt Series Tuesday, got the win, got another as well. So, really good effort out of you. I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, man, thank you. Hope we can clinch something tomorrow.
Heck yeah. We'll send Ricky down. Now time to talk to your third place finisher, Jason Woldridge. Jason, man. I mean, it was a battle all night long from leading at the final restart and most of the race to finishing up third. I mean, what did you need there on that restart to stay out in front?
Brother, I was just happy to hold on. After the incident with the lap car, the steering wheel was turned about 30 degrees to the left. So I was just having fun. It was fun, though.
Well, it's glad to hear that you had fun. It was a battle, Jason. Thank you for coming out and competing in the Mudslinger Classic here in the Frontier Truck Tour. Will we see you at all anytime more on Monday nights, or are you just going to wait for the next Mudslinger?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm not a mile and a half guy, but still, they may call me up for Super Speedway or something.
All righty, Jason. Congratulations on the top 3. Led the most laps tonight. Something to smile back on as you go into the Power Racing Dirt Series Tour 1 finale at Eldora tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll send him down. We got one more interview to do. Tonight's hard charger, Ryan Hatch, officially. Man, you started deep in that B main. You started deep in the field. You had to drive all the way up. And there was even a shot for the win for you. Talk about tonight. Are you proud of your effort?
Yeah, man, I really feel like when me and the 66 got into it, that it just stopped driving.
Well, Ryan, it was still... Yep, continue.
I don't know. I just, like, I threw a slider, and these guys, they don't run enough dirt to understand how to do a crossover. So they just run straight in the back of you. And they think it's dirty because they don't know what they're doing. And then he goes down into 3 and 4 and he just fences me. And then he's all mad at me because I hit him in the door in 1 and 2 or whatever. And I don't know. He got to learn how to drive dirt a little bit before he gets mad at people.
Alrighty, Ryan, we're going to send you back down. Congratulations on the run here.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes on-track action here for One Grid TV. Mudslinger Classic here in the Frontier Truck Tour. It was a battle. There's drama. There's some hurt feelings, but we're almost near the end of the season. Tomorrow, the season finale at Eldora for the Power Racing Dirt Series Late Model Tour number 1. I hope to see you guys there. Throttle Hoppers Wednesday, Lickety Slicks Thursday. Have a good night, everybody.